What's going on, guys? My name is Billy. Welcome back to Comic Source, and today we're going to be talking about Boba Fett episodes 1 and 2. And today with me, I have my boy Kevin, PlayStation Source. How you doing, Kevin?
Doing good, just chilling. I don't know why I started so low, like I'm on like a radio show, like coming at you live from
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
Tatooine vibes. You know what I'm saying? We out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Welcome to the Twin Suns podcast.
Wait, wait.
The suns are rising over the dune.
I kind of
It's
fuck
about
with that. I
cool
like that.
65 degrees.
I like that. Now watching Boba, now I want like a really nice, like I actually might get this done. Actually, I want like a nice like landscape rectangle canvas, right? Of like Tatooine, you know what I'm saying? But like not like obviously Tatooine, right? Like I want like
Literally
I want
just the
artwork.
dune and the suns.
Exactly, yeah. Like I want artwork around my crib that like if you're a nerd, you're gonna know where it's from, but like even if you don't know, it's just gonna look cool. You know? That's what I like. I like subtle nerdness that like looks nice, but it's not outwardly nerdy, you know. Not like the fucking Boba Fett logo or like whatever, you know, like right there on the canvas. But yeah,
Speaking of subtlety, something that like jumps out right away that is not subtle at all, the theme.
yeah,
The theme for Boba is actual crack.
it's definitely growing on me. This whole show for me is a slow grow, including the theme. I like it.
Yeah, I don't think this show is ever gonna be like a big event like that transpires that like is gonna change the fabric of like how we know Star Wars or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like this is gonna be like a really controlled series.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I like the Boba Fett theme for sure, but I just like, dude, the Din's theme, Mandalorian theme is just too much, you know?
Well,
that
I mean-
one's just OP as fuck.
It's just Ludwig Göransson.
Facts.
That man is in
That's
his
facts.
bag.
That's facts. That's facts.
And he has been in his bag since 2018.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Shout out God of War one time.
Yes, sir.
Also, another shout out. There's a show, Kevin. I don't know if you remember this, but a long time ago, me and you were going to start watching a show on Netflix called Parks and Rec, right? We watched an episode, we enjoyed it, but I continued to watch the rest of the show. And there is a particular episode where in the court of Pawnee, Indiana, if you will, they're performing what you would call a filibuster. Do you know what a filibuster is?
Yeah, where you just talk and talk and talk. You're,
Yep, to try and fill space.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you aware of an actor named Patton Oswalt?
Not like offhand, but like I think I know the senior.
You would know his face for sure, and you would know his voice. He's done a lot of stuff. But his idea of a filibuster is him telling his idea of how Boba Fett is actually alive and did not die in the Sarlacc pit. And the way that he describes it is exactly how they open it. Like with him, like he said something. Like, I'm gonna show a clip in the episode.
Pan down from the twin suns of Tatooine. We are now close on the mouth of the Sarlacc pit. After a beat, the gloved Mandalorian armor gauntlet of Boba Fett grabs onto the sand outside the Sarlacc pit, and the feared bounty hunter pulls himself from the maw of the sand beast.
Okay, this is exactly-
And we realize that he survived his fall during the battle at Jabba's palace ship.
But he says something like the armored hand of Boba Fett plunges through the dunes of Tatooine, and he claws himself out of the Sarlacc pit. And it's just hilarious that like 8-10 years later, here we are coming to fruition. Star Wars is finally doing it. They listened to Patton Oswalt and brought us Boba Fett.
Absolutely.
It's just a clip that's been circulating all over the place, and it makes me laugh because I love that show.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I like, even if that is just like a little like homage and tease to that specific clip, I still like how overall like it makes sense, and like it really is kind of like the
Oh yeah.
I don't know, like a lot of like, you know, not our generation, but I bet a lot of our parents' generation, right? Like that headcanon, like, oh man, like there's no way Boba died in that sort of like pit, you know. So it was cool like that. You know, I think it's already been confirmed in canon that like he's that he made it out of the pit, but to actually see it in now new canon for Star Wars, like it's cool to finally have that be a thing. On top of it being like a little, you know, tongue in cheek Parks and Rec reference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just hope that when they were making that scene, that at least one of the filmmakers had seen that show and they mentioned it. I just hope that.
Yeah.
But also, I did like the like how, like I don't know if like the first time I watched it, I wasn't really like blown away by the scene of him escaping the Sarlacc pit, but I kind of liked how like visceral it was, like, so to speak, right? Like he's running out of oxygen, has to steal it from somebody who's literally being absorbed into the wall of a creature that's enormous.
Yeah.
And then like the flamethrower thing at first was like but like I don't know, I kind of like I like how like visceral it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I really liked it because like I didn't even catch this on the first viewing. Maybe I did subconsciously, I don't know, but like as I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute, I don't think there were fucking stormtroopers on in that scene in episode 6 when you know I'm having a blank when Boba gets eaten by the pit, right? Like I don't think there were stormtroopers on that like yacht type of like ship type thing. So
No, I
who
think
knows?
It was just I think it was just Boba or Jabba's. I think it was just Jabba's constituents.
Yeah. So it's like, damn, like, who knows how long that fucking stormtrooper's been in there? You know,
Yeah.
like
He's in there straight.
who
Well
knows?
done.
Straight up, he's past well done. I don't even know. Need a new word for that. He's just done. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. But yeah, I really like that. Yeah. Also, never thought that like they would have like an air breathing or like oxygen in their suits as well as
Never really thought about
stormtroopers.
it.
Exactly. Yeah, I guess it made sense because we like see them and like play. I just thought it was like a filter, right? When they were on like
I
a
didn't
different
think it was
planet.
an actual like
Yeah.
oxygen tank.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I always thought. Maybe it's a mix of the two. Doesn't really matter, but just cool to get information about the world of Star Wars in those like subtle ways that aren't all up in your face, like directly telling you stuff.
Yeah,
I
and
always
I could
like that,
I could see with the funding that the Empire has, maybe they probably have both. They probably have both.
Perhaps.
But there really wasn't much to this episode, so to speak. I mean, there was like a lot of really good filmmaking techniques or whatever. Like it was pretty well done, But like there like not much happened, I guess. But I love that no matter what Jon Favreau does with Star Wars, he's gonna put in some Iron Man shit. Like the suit up with the what's it called, with his droids dressing him.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like with the music going, that
Yeah.
felt like Iron Man and Iron Man 1.
Right.
And then towards the end, when they were in that fight in the street, which, number one, Boba, you got a jetpack on your back. How are you getting surrounded by people? Go up high. My dude. You got a whole jetpack.
He didn't want to leave Baby Girl down there, And you know what? Neither would
Yeah,
I.
but he could have
I'ma
like
say it.
flanked. He could have
I'ma say
flanked,
it.
Could have flanked, distracted him, opened up the group, then she comes out and does some
That's true.
Like,
That's true.
some stuff, you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But,
That's true.
I get it. You don't want to leave Baby Girl, but I mean, even hey, shout out to the two new members of the crew. I forgot. What is their species
big
name?
piggies.
The big piggies.
I'm being extremely disrespectful.
Some
But,
of my favorite characters to fight in Lego Star Wars.
Let me. You know what? If you want filler, I can. How I Google this? Two pigs.
Piggies from Jabba's
in-
palace.
In Jabba's
But I love the fact that we get an immediate resolution to Boba deciding to be a little bit more like as he said, he wants to rule with respect. Like sparing them immediately like helps him out. That's cool.
I have an answer. I know how we'll never forget the name of it. So they're called Gamorreans, right? They're green. Gamora. Boom.
Gamorreans. Yup.
Boom. That's how we're never gonna forget it right there.
Yup.
Does probably in Latin Gamor or something like that means green or some shit. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, that there has to be some sort of a connection right there. Their homeworld, Gamor.
You know what I'm curious about? Is it really called Gabor?
Yeah, no, I swear to God, yeah. It's a forest planet, according to Wikipedia. You know what I'm saying?
Also, Speaking of planets and Wikipedia, I don't know if you've seen this, but I love the fact that there is literally like I don't know if I forget if it's an Excel spreadsheet, but it's an entire list of planets in Star Wars and what their code is.
Oh, that like a star chart type thing?
Yeah, like like literally like just a list. It's
That's
sick.
gas. That's hella gas.
But
like
I
that.
wonder, because like they're gonna release the same thing that they released for Mandalorian. I forget if they did it for the Marvel shows, the the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder if they got an actual team of free runners to do that to do the parkour sequence. That seems like something that they would do.
Can I say
know,
my theory about Fennec Shand?
Absolutely. No, don't say it. I know what no. It took me a second to process. You know what? Go ahead. The floor is yours, man.
Look, man. So, as Billy's describing, there's this crazy parkour segment. You know what I'm saying? They're going left and right. People are dying. Not really, but, they're like jumping left and right, all that good stuff. Jumping up and down like Joey fucking Diaz style, right? But then there's a moment where Fennec Shand just like dips to the left or the right. I forgot which way, and like disappears for a second. And the two guards that were hired by the Night Wind thing, whatever.
I would like to add,
Go ahead.
she does not just dip out to the left or the
What
right.
happened?
She
Yeah.
dolphin dove off
That.
the building.
Yeah.
Dolphin dove off the building into an area of an abyss.
Perfect.
Continue.
Dolphin dove into abyss, right? There's no foreseeable or signs of a building next to the building that the two guards are at, right? And then Fennec Shand just pops up out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Force sensitive. Let me know down below in the comments. You know what I'm saying? I know.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here
Fennec
first.
Shand is force sensitive. I have another argument. She's actually just a shield agent.
That's facts.
Shout out Agents of Shield one time. Ah, man. But that is another if you want to say it's another piece of Jon Favreau doing his Iron Man shit with him what's it called, rocketing homeboy off the balcony.
That's fair. That's true. That's true. You right. Shout out to Jon Favreau.
Even though it's kind of like clunky, I guess, so to speak, like for some aspects of it, I like the violence. I like how the fighting is actually like more violent, right? Like it's not like I mean, I love the six-legged monster, but that would have put it over the top for me if he had grabbed the here we go again, forgetting names of races in Star Wars. The Sleemo. If he grabbed the Sleemo that Boba was digging for water for, if he grabbed him and then because he grabbed his head, if he just ripped that thing off and dismembered him and threw him to the side, you obviously don't have to show it. It's a Disney Plus show. I get it. It's the mouse. But if he just dismembered him and threw him to the side, that would have been 10 times more dope than just kind of grabbing him and slamming him into the dirt.
Yeah, I hear you.
I feel like there's a cap at certain points to the show where it's they start to get really violent and dope, and then it's just they cap it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, what are you doing? Get nasty with it, please.
Yeah, I hear you. I still not that you said you didn't like it, but I so far I've enjoyed the fight scenes that they've had in this show so far.
Yeah, I feel
a moment that I caught the second time when we were watching the first episode last night on Discord was that 6-armed beast that looks like someone from Mortal Kombat. I forgot his name, but that big dude, when he punches Boba, it's oh shit, homie went flipping in the air.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was oh okay, that's a good way to show that force. And would that have killed a normal person? Perhaps, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's Boba. It's cool. It's cool.
Normal people don't have bag to tanks.
Yeah. And on top of that, this is a Boba that doesn't have his armor either. So it's shit.
Yeah, and he's got melanoma or something.
Yeah. Well, the skin thing, isn't that just the skin peeling from how hot it is?
Yeah,
is that
it's massive
right?
dehydration and sunburns and shit like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But last little tidbit about the six-legged monster. We talked about this a little bit earlier. The fact that it looked like it was stop motion ish. Like I like that. Like I like the look of the animals in this show. Like when he was breaking free of the rope when he was by the fire, and there was the guard dog, which I know also has a name, but I forgot it. And then he chokes it out and then like breaks his rope. I love that they used like an actual like practical effect right there rather than using CG. Just because like I know it doesn't look perfect. Like it like obviously looks like a little animatronic, but I like that they're just kind of committing to that.
Right. Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it's like they're like almost striking like a in between. You know what I'm saying? That's like kind of like how it's feeling at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Liking it. I also like how are we gonna call the dog you know what a Rottweiler? As far as I'm aware, there's no Rottweilers in Star Wars. Let's just
Because it's mad energetic.
It is mad energetic. It is mad energetic. You're not.
I feel like it's like a cross between like a lab and or like a golden retriever and a Rottweiler.
Actually,
like,
I forget.
Out here to murder.
I
but
forget
with the energy though.
I forget if you've ever played Borderlands ever, but like they remind me of Skags from Borderlands. To be honest, they look a lot like them. Actually,
play Borderlands.
Yeah, they look a lot like Skags from Borderlands. I'm gonna drop one in the chat just so you can see, but they look a lot like Skags. Like that's what low key like they are Skags. I might just call them Skags. Look here, I'm dropping it in general. Like, tell me that's not what it is.
Yeah,
yeah.
with just like a longer snout. Yeah.
That's what that remind me of the most. Well. But yeah,
But it was a good intro, It was a good intro to the show, but like I said, like not much happens.
Yeah.
Really. Like
Yeah.
I feel like they have a decent balance in the first episode with the flashbacks to present day, and then the second episode is just kind of like 30-70, like first 30% of the episode is present day, and then the rest is just flashbacks, and they don't come back from it.
Yeah. Like, spoiler alert, like, for how I feel about Boba so far, like, I'm not, like, in love with this show yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot about when I first saw Mandalorian, right? And, like, I don't think it's crazy to compare these shows at this point. Like, they're from the same creators. We're dealing with, loosely, like, similar characters in terms of, like, them wielding an armor and having like a new role to play. You know what I'm saying? Low key, not that similar, but we can kind of like have a little similarity there. But like, I think back to like the first episode of Boba felt a lot like the first episode of Mandalorian, but without the Grogu scene at the very end. Like something that like really sets the tone for the whole series, and like it's kind of like the main objective of the series. I don't know if there's a main objective yet with this show.
Maybe,
you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm like, I'm just not like loving this show yet, but
what if bear with me, what if like the end of Mandalorian just has like Boba like going off, right? Like says something that not like going off like going crazy, but going off like leaving, and he says something like got to pay some old friends a visit or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then this show opens up with him mopping Bib Fortuna's crew. And then the end of the show, your Baby Yoda moment, is him taking the throne.
Yeah, I think that would have been cool. Yeah. I think that would have helped a lot. And like,
and then the second episode opens up with the what do you call it? The tributes with the flashbacks and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that would have been like a little bit better. At least like for me overall. I don't know if I'm the popular opinion on that. Like I see people like the show. I don't know if there's a lot of people that are not.
But everybody on
it.
Twitter likes everything.
That's fair. But yeah. Like overall, like first episode, I felt like it was very similar to like episode 1 of Mandalorian, but without that Grogu moment. Where just slow, we're just a slow introduction. We're just taking a look at what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But like I still think it was good. You know,
Yeah.
still good, still good.
But episode 2, I liked it a little bit better, just because it was a little bit longer. I know me and you talked about like how we feel about the episode a little bit already, but the main thing that I want to take from what we were talking about is that comparison where you're right. The episode does feel similar to the episode that was in Mandalorian, where they came upon this village. They're helping the village like learn how to like how to battle, how to actually like defend themselves, how to do this, how to do that. But I don't know. This one, like, it didn't feel like, oh, I'm just gonna come here, teach them, and then be on my merry way. Like this one more felt like I was actually like taking a deep dive into like the culture of the society. Like it actually like rounded out the Tusken Raiders. And
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the interactions between him and the different members of the Tusken Raiders were I don't want to say like they're not written any better. It's not like any different, but it like I feel more of a connectivity between the two of them, between Boba and the mentor, so to speak, and then Boba and the OG of the Tusken Raiders, and then Boba and the kid that is taking a liking to Boba, rather than the Mandalorian and the woman that Homegirl wanted him to stay with right. Grogu.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like I felt much more of a connection with this than I did with that.
Yeah, that, and like to go with your point too, I think like I think another word to use too is that like I think you feel bigger stakes in Boba's version of this whole ordeal as opposed to Mandalorian, where like Mandalorian it's like yeah, they're on the run and stuff like that, so like there are stakes there for sure. But like with Boba it's like he's trying to earn the trust of this new group that he's with, right? And he's not necessarily like the top dog, right? Like there's already a top dog in the Raiders, right? And like he's just trying to build up more respect from that standpoint upon himself, right? As opposed to Mandalorian, where like Mandalorian was definitely the one that coordinated everything and knew what was going on. And like even though like there was some back and forth with like how they used that like water trench in the Mandalorian episode to take out one of the walkers, like that was cool, right? But I guess I feel you on that. Yeah. Where like definitely like in like now, Boba's version, like there's definitely more stakes there. You know. Now
that you expanded on that, I could go even further and say that the Mandalorian episode was closer to the Clone Wars episode where Obi-Wan and Anakin had to teach the God knows what their species is, how to fight and defend themselves.
Yeah.
Than this.
Yeah.
But
go ahead. Like, and I think like ultimately, right? Like, even though there are easily like better stakes in this version of it, the fact that you brought up another one that I forgot about in the Clone Wars is like I don't know, like okay, like
do something new, guys.
Yeah, like we've like done this, before. So like once I knew like what they were setting up, like okay, like there's this train, we're gonna take it out. It's like okay, like all right, like I can already like see the motions of the next like half hour of what we're gonna do in this show,
But I feel like you could definitely do that for a lot of things. At that point, when I start thinking that, which I thought the same thing, right? Like halfway through, I was like, okay, he's gonna stop the train. We know that. How he does it is what matters, and I feel like they did it pretty cool. It was pretty interesting. Like there was definitely extra stakes because I feel like they did a pretty good job at labeling the different Tusken Raiders so that like there was actually like emotional stakes, like when the one that was trying to make that leap across the two speeders was the one that was falling off the side. I felt that like Boba's need to save him because he was just working with him for a long time.
Yeah.
And then the connection between the mentor and Boba, the mentor going across the train was kind of cool.
Yo, I thought there was gonna be a reveal of who the mentor is, right? But then it's like, Kev, like, do you really want them to show you what Tusken Raiders look like under their coverings? Like, do we need that?
I kind of do, but
Yeah.
like I don't need it, but like I kind of want it.
Yeah, like I don't mind the mystique of like, hey, like in the universe, like they just don't, you'll never see what's under there, right? But like,
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like, damn, like I wonder if the Raiders, what if they're all just different kinds of species? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if there's another human Raider that we don't even know of yet? I don't know. Just like something to think about.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like because they could easily. I mean, like we've never seen them under there and stuff like that. But like, I also get why not doing that because like, if we really don't need to explain,
you want to keep
like,
it straightforward.
Yeah, it's cool. But that's what I kind of thought. Like that's what I kind of thought they were building to. Like at the end of the episode, like something crazy, like the mentor was gonna reveal to Boba like who he is, or she is, for all we know.
Something I just thought of right now. The amount of what we got from the mentor in these past 2 episodes is what I wanted from Death Dealer and Shang-Chi. I'm just gonna say that. That's what I wanted. I wanted more. And I feel like what we got in this is an extendo cut of Death Dealer and Shang-Chi.
Okay. Yeah. I hear you.
Like I would love to see that fight. Death Dealer versus the versus this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a fun like side note, but something that I wanted to mention, just like Jon Favreau loves to do his Iron Man shit in these shows. Him, Dave Filoni, Robert Rodriguez, they love their Western shit. They love it.
Yeah.
Boba walking into a bar no, not a bar, walking into a saloon, not saying a word, beating the shit out of 5 guys, taking a drink, still not saying a word, exit saloon. That's peak Western.
Yeah.
That's peak Western.
Yeah. I mean, I even think the whole premise of like them of Boba's plan to take down this train, right? Being like, hey, like this would have just been on horseback, right?
Yeah,
and a couple
inherently
of
Western.
cowboys stealing from a train. Yeah, like from a moving train. Like very much Western influence for sure. Easy one to point out. I love that shadow silhouette of Boba in the doorway. Super like cliche, but like I still fucking love that shit. Like whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then I feel like in a lot of other mediums, so to speak, the little like chant that they have in the song would be kind of corny. You know what I'm talking about? Like when he popped up in the doorway and it's like, hey, or whatever. It goes kind of hard with this.
It just reminds me of the little like flute that you would hear with Mando. You know what I'm saying? Not flute. Mm-hmm. Is it a flute? It's a flute probably.
It's a flute.
Yeah. That like.
It's at least
melody.
a type of flute.
Yeah. I love that. I love when like characters have a specific like audio cue that like, lets you know, even if you don't see them, you know it's them. So I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Also, what's up with that couple, yo? Like they were just chilling, having dinner, then these fucking.
Yeah, I don't know why that was where they wanted to go out to drink.
Yeah.
Like that made no sense. I don't know what you're doing here. You like, be honest, bro. You're not built for this.
I wonder what they're building with that. I hope it's not just like a hey, they follow Boba or whatever, and then they enlist him for like another side mission episode thing to handle something somewhere else on Tatooine.
Yeah, I hope not. I thought that the lead up to him getting like the robes on and then that tribal dance, which I thought was kind of dope. They was getting it. They was getting lit.
Yeah.
I thought that was like the lead up to the end of the episode in Mando when he had Boba Fett's armor. I thought that was the lead up to him like in the dunes looking over at that. Do you remember that? Or am I just kind of talking out of my ass right now? So you remember the episode when Mando went to Mos. It's not Mos Eisley, but it's near Mos Eisley, the smaller town with the dude that
has his armor
took
right
Boba's
now.
armor.
Yeah.
when he's leaving from that city, town, whatever, at the end of the episode, it's like dead black middle of the night, and he's riding with Boba's armor. Zoom out to a hooded figure, looking at him from the distance. Turn around, it's Boba.
Right. Okay.
I thought this was like the lead up to that. Like I thought like that we were kind of almost done with the flashbacks.
Yeah.
Like
okay,
I really
okay,
really
I
hope.
see.
Like
Yeah.
like what I'm saying is that I hope exactly what you're hoping, that couple doesn't enlist him to do anything, because that's annoying.
Or I mean, maybe this couple tips off something about him that leads him to by him. I mean, let's call him the general with Boba's armor. That white dude with general, right? Like, let's say, because he was the head of a city, right, in Tatooine.
He was their sheriff.
The sheriff. That was his name. Sheriff. Right. Yeah. So maybe this couple lives in the city that the sheriff's over, and they call Boba in for something that's unrelated, but then he sees that the sheriff has his armor, and that's how he figures it out, maybe. And then he trails him. I don't know.
If my memory is not goldfish form right now, the end of that episode is the deal with them beating the crate dragon was Mando gets Boba's armor, because
That's
it's
right.
Beskar. He wasn't going to leave
That's
that.
right. That's right.
I feel like
And then
like
Mando-
emotionally, I feel like the sheriff was cool with that.
Right.
From what I remember, I feel like he was cool with that. So I don't know, because wouldn't this lead straight into Mando when Boba takes his armor and then goes to town?
Yeah. Okay.
I just want to know how much time we have left with the Raiders,
Yeah.
or if that just leads into present day and the Raiders are a part of his crew as what's the title? The title that he holds.
The Daimo.
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 It's a cool title, so I wanted to remember that.
Daimo. Like his crew ends up being the Raiders. That'd be lit.
And they
That'd be
like
hype.
kind of like they actually like start to like fit in to Tatooine. Like their
Yeah.
culture starts to fit into Tatooine. They're just like normal citizens of Tatooine now.
I mean, hey, now they're going to be getting a steady income with them from outside travelers having to pay a fee for the Dune Sea to travel through it. That's cool. I like that.
Oh
as
wait,
well.
maybe we'll get that. Maybe we'll get the response of the Pikes, because they're not just gonna take that shit.
Yeah. At least what like gave me like a little bit of okay, cool. Like by the end of this episode, it seems like Boba is fully powered, like Raider style of fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like he like got the drobes. What the fuck? He got the fit. He got the robes and everything. Like it seems like we're done with the training Tusken side of everything. Because I did find that kind of weird how like we just brought up which we haven't even touched because it was so like inconsequential low key onto the overall like episode, but we have the Hutt thread going on now with the twin Hutts and everything, and that whole power struggle happening in the modern day. But we spend like 80% of this episode in the past with the stuff with the Raiders and everything. So hopefully, like the Raider stuff, we're kind of tied on the bow and we're kind of done with that for the most part. Overall,
Yeah, I just kind of I hope that maybe the Raider shit leads into the Hutt shit, and they wanted to just they wanted to make sure that they got all of it out. Boom! Now we're into the Boba and the Raiders versus the Hutts, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I feel like something that he's gonna have to learn over the course of the series is why the Hutts are so powerful is that they're not going to fight you. Never. Not a shot. No chance in the world. They're not gonna fight anybody. They lost to Leia. Like, hello? The reason that they're so powerful is because they get anybody and everybody to kill you. They're not gonna do it themselves. They're uber powerful, uber rich. He needs to learn that same thing of the balance of being a warrior and being the Daimyo, like the leader. Like he cannot just sit there on the front lines unless the arc isn't his, it's Tatooine's, and he changes what it means to be a Daimyo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then that's something that he's gonna have to learn.
Yeah.
And perhaps the Tusken Raiders are a part of that.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
But since we're on the topic of the beginning of the episode with the huts and everything, man, I really thought they were gonna bring in the Rancor from the Bad Batch.
I feel you.
I
feel you.
love the trick was fire. It got me too because I was expecting that Rancor from Bad Batch. But I wonder where it's at.
Yeah, because at first I was like, wait, there shouldn't be a Rancor there, and then I'm like, well,
Yeah, because the first one died.
yeah.
First one got click cloud
Facts.
from Luke Skywalker. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But the second one, who went hands with Wrecker, was bought by Bib Fortuna not too long ago. I would believe.
I think it's been a while.
It would probably be like, what, 10, 15
Yeah,
years?
it's been
20
like 10,
years, something
15
like
years.
that.
So we're post episode 3 with the Bad Batch. We're before episode 4 though. There's like 12 years that takes place in between 4 and 6, and there's like 30 years between. I think it's been a while, bro.
Because like it was a
think it's
baby
been a
though.
while.
Like how long do they live?
Oh, I'm not questioning like if the Rancor is still alive. Definitely, like the Rancor is definitely still alive.
I mean,
for sure.
Unless it got clapped by something else off screen. But
Okay.
I mean, yeah, the Bad Batch was pretty disappointing. Like a lot of the episodes meant nothing. But like I have to believe that didn't mean nothing, right?
I think that was a fake out, and we'll see it later on in the season. Personally,
Maybe.
I think we're gonna see the Rancor for sure.
Maybe it was at the vet.
Precisely. Maybe
You know?
he was getting neutered.
Yeah, it was getting. He needs to get just needs to get his shots.
Absolutely. No more baby Rancors. Kill them all. Line them up. Single file, face the sun. Just like Boba said. You know what I'm saying?
And speaking of that, why did he have to say that he's gonna that they're gonna drink from its milk? You could have just said water. You don't need to call it milk.
Oh, I thought he was saying like it was literally like a different substance because like maybe like it hydrates more or some dumb shit like that. I don't know.
I just figured
But
it was
after
like the raw unpasteurized version, if you will.
Yeah.
Milk to water.
All things considered, honestly, I thought Boba really like was pretty considerate to these people. I don't know.
Yeah, they
I'm
were,
like,
they were
damn,
out here
like-
slaughtering.
Yeah, I'm
we
like,
were
bro,
defending our train. You shot first.
Yeah.
You
I
shot
was like,
first.
I was like, bro, you are really kind of like being nice right now. You know what I'm saying? Which like, hey, I mean, like, it is what it is. But I was like, I did not.
I think
expect that.
it's because he's trying to like at the same time that they're teaching him their fighting style and he's earning their respect. He's trying to raise their confidence as a society, and that is him displaying to them what oh God, what's the word? Diplomacy actually is.
Yeah.
And if they could have diplomacy with other syndicates, even though they're not a crime syndicate, they're just a clan. And like you said before, have a steady income, they could start to become like an actual piece of society, rather than just the donkey noises, which I did want to bring up to you. I know that we both know in our heads since we were kids what Tusken Raiders sound like. Have you actually ever just listened to the sound and listened to what it is?
I know you told me last night they sound like clickers, and I wish I like kind of did that because like, damn it, they do sound like clickers, low key. But there's also sometimes when like they just like
literally
talk.
just an audio track of donkeys.
Wait, that can't be canon.
It is canon. No. I will give you a second. I'll cut this out of the episode. Go ahead, pull it up and listen to it.
I'm not gonna pull it up. I won't stop anything, but no way. For real?
It's dog. It is literally just donkey. It's just donkeys.
Wait, is this something that you found or something that is true?
It's something that is true. It was pointed out to me last night by Beak.
Interesting. Okay.
Like when you listen to it, it's like, okay, well, I mean, yeah, that's a donkey. But
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just saying that like I can't unhear it now, so I needed to. I just needed to bring it up.
Why'd you have to give me that, bro? This
Lo siento.
this feels like a curse, you know? Yeah, fucking reading it right here. God damn it. Yeah, it's just a.
Oh, you're
it's
reading
saying-
it? You're reading an article? It actually is?
Yeah, it's. That's why I asked you.
See,
like,
we
is
didn't-
it
No,
actually
I
like
didn't do
something
any.
that's
I didn't
facts?
do any
Like-
research. I didn't do any research because Beak presented it as fact.
Oh, that's what I was asking. Like, is this factual or are we just like comparing the two sounds? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I mean, there's two articles that call it a braying donkey. Not sure what braying means. Like with a B, B-R-A-Y-I-N-G.
I'm scared. That's probably like some animal speak for he was doing nasty stuff, man.
Are they horny?
I don't probably. I mean, you know what a velociraptor from Jurassic Park is, right?
I know there's no lube on Tatooine, dog. Especially with them Raiders, bro.
on Tatooine.
They have a hard time
They got
getting
the
water
milk.
anyway.
They got the milk.
Nah, man. You need a different need a little slime. You know what I'm saying? Not like slime, like sticky slime, but just like a little,
Man, what is going on right now?
a little wet, like wet Jello. You know what I'm saying?
wet Jello.
Need that goomph. You know what I'm saying? Wash your hands with it. But
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Boba Fett episodes 1 and 2.
I hate myself. I just looked up Tusken Raiders Unmasked, and then I saw some things that I probably shouldn't have seen.
Yikes.
Yeah,
Yikes.
Okay, interesting. Okay, we'll see. I encourage you not to Google that. But yeah, overall, what it do? Episode 1 and 2. That rhymed.
What to do? Episode 1 and 2. Okay.
I'm liking Boba Fett. I'm not loving it quite yet. You know, we'll see where it goes. Not like I'm gonna stop watching. You know what I'm saying? But so far so good. So far it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. So far, it's interesting. You know, I'm enjoying myself. I enjoyed
Yeah.
episode 1. I enjoyed episode 2 a little bit more. Like I said to you earlier, it felt kind of like just like an in-depth dive, like a National Geographic into the Tusken Raiders, and I was with it. I was with that.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm kind of interested to see where the series carries on with the Hutts do. If Mace Windu comes through in the beat because he's thinking a lot about Pops dying, that would be kind of dope. But hopefully, me and Kevin will see you guys next week for episode 3 of Boba. Leave a like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. See you next week. Peace.
Later.